Ka Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakata Howell, Brakata Howell Shai, Brakata Howell, Brakata Howell Shai, Brakata Howell, Brakata Howell Shai, the water above Abba, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone that teach this truth, which I believe through the Holy Scripture, line up with prophecy is 100% of the truth. My brother Malakama. And title of this lesson today is going to be, Shalak, it's going to be Revenge, Recompense. And we see a lot of things and atrocities that has happened to our people, especially since we've been here in Babylon the Great, at the hands of our oppressors, times, them lynching our people, running the northern tribes off their lands and, committing genocide on the northern tribes, talking about Gad and Reuben, things that they've done to Issachar and all these other tribes, things that they've done down into the Caribbeans and, South Americas, straight up atrocities, criminal, just criminal behavior amongst the tribes of our people. And they didn't have any type of remorse on the people, whether it was old, young, male or female, As long as you was a Jake, man, they was going to give it to you, any kind of way that they could, and they justified it by calling our people savages, and they calling themselves righteous because they was laying down the law and subjugating our people, man, and doing all these atrocities against our people. We have all these lynchings that went on, throughout the Americas, especially here in North America. A lot of them down south, up north. I don't care where you go in this land, man. Our people have been lynched all over, and all these buildings and things have been built up on our grave sites, man. Especially on the East Coast. Any township or cities you go to, man, is either been lynchings or mass graves, in those areas where they done killed you Jakes, man, our people, and they built up infrastructure over top of it, man. So this land is built up on blood, man. That's why the Lord is going to have to come back and turn this place into an altar, and it's going to be a major sacrifice here. And these heathens are going to be sacrificed, man. They're going to be the sacrifice. And we're talking about the heathens. You 2/3 are included in that group, man. The 2/3 of our people that consider themselves, not Israelites. They refuse to follow the ways of the Lord, and they choose to live like these heathens. So the Lord is going to treat them as such. My first precept is going to come out of Psalms chapter 149, and we're going to go all the way down to verse 9. We're going to pick a few verses out of that, but that's one of my favorite Psalms chapters, man. I love it, and actually it kind of resonated with me when I saw the movie Nat Turner, and the brother that played Nat Turner, I forget his name, but I remember he was reading this to the slaves in the movie, to kind of give them some type of comfort, man. And so this is one of my favorite, Psalms 149, verse 1. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let the saints be joyful in the glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God, Yahweh, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of irons, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh. And it's beautiful, man. It's love that, man. It kind of gives me encouragement, because you see the things go on, and people always asking when Lord, or when they're going to get their due justice, man. A lot of them, you see these guys. We just had one, Rothschild, wicked as hell. He just supposedly died at 87, but his judgment is coming. He's before the Most High, the power, up in the spiritual realm, and he's going to come back in them chains and irons, man. He's going to be one. He's going to be one of our slaves during that time. We're going to work the shit out of that devil, man. We're going to put that devil through all type of hell. And that's what it's talking about, hell, man. Ain't no hell, no place where you go up under and going to burn for eternity. That hell is going to be them working for 1,000 years in captivity, building our kingdom back. And we're just going to work the hell out of them, man. That's going to be their judgment. So let me kind of break that down, Psalms 149. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh, sing unto the Lord a new song. And what's that new song, man? That new song is this Bible that's being revealed in this last day and time, man. These dark sayings that's being revealed unto us, knowing who we are, knowing who the heathens, who they are, Now we know who are the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now we know who the Edomites are. We know who Moabites are. That's that new song, man. And that new song it's not talking about kumbaya. We all come together and we all going to love each other, man. Everything's going to be, hand in hand. And everything's going to be peaceful, man. It's going to be hell here that's going to unfold here, especially here in Babylon the Great. That's that new song, man. So let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. And that's the brothers out there, on the internet, highways and byways, that's saying these precepts, and talking about these laws and explaining, that's quoting scripture, out there to the heathen and to our people. They're crying out aloud, man. This word is going out, and this YouTube or these the internet does the heavy lifting, man. It does the heavy lifting. It's like that voice box, man. It carries it all over the world, man. It's like that they have the loudspeaker or the mega thing that they have when you're out there standing on the soapbox. Psalms 149 verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. So that vengeance is going to be those slave masters that died and, they lived them long, sweet lives in their comfortable beds. When they come back, and many of them been back over and over again, but this time when they come back, because we at the end of this thing, man, in the new kingdom, man, they're gonna be on the opposite end. They're gonna be at the bottom, and they're gonna be our slaves, and we're gonna remember these things, man, that they done to us. All that hell and all those standing around, we was being lynched, and cutting off body parts and all that shit that they done to us. Well, same thing's gonna happen to them. Thus saith the Lord, man. To execute vengeance upon the heathen. Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. And who are their kings? That's them Rothschilds, them Gettys, them DuPonts, them Bushes, all those high elite people, man. That's the kings of the world. Those that want to make policy. It's not these so-called presidents. All they do is just run a corporation. They're pretty much put in those places, but the true kings are the ones that's really behind the scene. These so-called banksters, man, these ones who are, creating all these policies all over the world, man. These top global elites, man, these Edomites. Really, the top group of the Edomites is the Amalek, and that's your Rothschilds and these Gettys and DuPonts, man. So the Lord going to bring them to a lower state, man, once the Lord comes back and flip the script, man. Once he come back and take these devils out of power. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. So all the saints, man, they're going to get their honor during that time. But right now, we're in a lower state. There's no reward during this time. Right now, we just have to go through the curses that we up under right now. But now, the curse is about to come off us and it's about to go on these other heathens, man, especially Esau, Edom. We're going to go to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. And we're going to read on down through 3. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. That's talking about the northern and the southern tribes. So the Lord's going to have mercy on. That's when them curses going to come off us, and He's going to put us back in our homeland. Once He run those heathens out of there, man. Once He run those rats up out of our homeland, that's masquerading as being us. Verse 2. Oh, let me go back to verse 1, Shalakia. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And who are the strangers talking about? It's talking about these other nations, man. These other nations are going to be joined unto us, but they're going to be in a role of servitude, man. They're going to pay homage to us, man. They're going to bring us gold. They're going to work in our up under our system. They're going to work for us. Same way that now these other nations work for Esau, Edom. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in this land. And possession is talking about we're going to own them. They're going to belong to us. They're going to pay homage to us. They're going to bring us their gold, their silver. They're going to pay tribute to us, same way as we have been over all these years pay tribute to all these other nations. The house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule over our oppressors, man, the ones that oppress us during this time. Because right now, we're at the bottom, man. They bring all these other nations over here and put them above us. They come into our neighborhoods. You got Moab, the Chinese. They open up shops, sell the women all type of cosmetics and shit to destroy her. You got the Arabs that come over here and open up stores. They give them loans to open up stores to sell us this rotten ass food that they give us and shit. And overprice these items. All these other nations come over here and make mockery of us and make a spoil of us. So the Lord is going to put them in subjection to us, once He turn things right side up again. Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. And this was one hell of a bondage, man. This so-called shadow slavery that we've been under. They treat us worse than animals, and then they gave us a mirage of, thinking that we were free, but still they still work as hard as, it's like we still under bondage, man. Like we're still under, with the chains on us, because they put you in these factories and these jobs you work now, which is not enough. You really have to work almost 2 or 3 jobs in order to maintain a household, man. And so that's really still in servitude. And the houses that you have to pay for, that you're living in, are grossly overpriced, man. And therefore, these things keeps you in bondage. And they chalk it up and put it as inflation, man. They take the jobs out of the communities. They force you jakes into hard servitude, man, because a lot of jakes end up giving in to the system. They go out here and start selling drugs. Next thing you know, they're caught up in the system, and now they're in a penitentiary system, and they work you just for a few cents an hour. So this devil has a rude plan, man, what he's been doing to you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And our rest is going to be the Lord comes back, man, because we're not going to, our last days of working hard like this shit is going to be over. We done bust ass for all these other kingdoms, but now it's our time that we're going to sit back and we're going to enforce policy, man. And the policy is going to be them laws, statutes, and commandments. And we're going to get our reward for it, man. As long as we're able to endure and ride this thing out to the end. But even those jakes that don't make it in this time, they're going to be destroyed, but they're going to come back with new bodies, a whole new mindset in the kingdom. And they're still going to be on top of these heathens, man. The least of the jakes going to be better than all these other nations, man. The least of our people. Revelation chapter 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. So we're going to get our reward, man. And the work that we put in, these sacrifices that we do for this word, man, the Lord's going to give us our reward, man, as soon as the kingdom come into play. Verse 13, I am Alpha and Omega, and the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Thus saith the Lord, man. Revelation chapter 22 and 12 through 13. Okay, I just read that one, Shlaki. I got it here twice. We're going to go to I'm going to finish off in the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. And we're going to hit 10, 15, and 18. And Obadiah is talking about Esau Edom. You know, it's the shortest book in the Bible, but it's one of the hardest hit books in the Bible because it straight up tells you who it's talking about. And Esau Edom, we're talking about the so-called white man. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou that set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And that's mainly here in Babylon the Great, man. You know, they have the eagle as his bird of reference, you know, as his mascot. The Lord said, you know, he's very proud. You know, he's proud of him. You know, he feel that he can't be defeated, you know, and he rules over these other nations with iron hand. And therefore, you know, the Lord's going to bring him down to a lower state. He's going to clip them wings, man. You ever think of an eagle? Because one of his main defenses is his ability to fly, and, you know, be able to fly higher than other birds and be able to come down and strike when it wants to strike. But once you clip them wings, that bird can't fly, and you leave him on the ground, and his wings are gone, you know, he's easy prey for all these other animals that rule on the ground, man. And that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to clip the wings on the eagle. Babylon the Great, man. That's one of the chief rulers right now of Esau Edom. For thy violence against thy brothers Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So he's going to go on a 1,000 years of hard bondage. And then after that, man, the Lord's going to wipe him off the map forever, man. But his time of ruling, you know, rulership, that shit is done away with. He's not going to be able to rule over the land or anybody anymore. You know, you see how this world right now is in such chaos and calamity, and you know, Esau Edom has put the world into a chokehold, man. Put this planet into a chokehold, man. And he ain't let up, and he's still not letting up. He's running chemtrails through the clouds. You know, he's poisoning all the foods. You know, the water has all type of forever plastics in it that's killing all the animals. You know, he's got this the thing that for the telephone, this what do they call it, that go through the airwaves. You know, that's offsetting, you know, the birds and stuff. You know, this devil's done everything wickedly that he can do possible to destroy this place, man. And you know, he's not going to ease up. So, you know, his time of being in rulership is coming to an end. And he's got this mindset that if he can't rule, he'll destroy the whole planet. Verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, and thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. So the hell that he's been putting on us and all these other nations, man, we're going to put that same hell back on him. And it's going to be double fold, man. It's going to be worse than what we had, because we're going to use a hard iron on this joker, man, because he ain't let up on us at all, man. He still won't let up. Even though he had the end of his thing, man, he's not going to give you reparations. He's not going to give you any type of relief. He's going to keep his foot on your neck until the end. So we don't want reparations, man. We want recompense. Recompenses mean that we don't want a lot of jakes right now trying to say, well, just give us reparations, you know, give us like $1 million per family or whatever, you know. That doesn't equate to what the hell we went through, what the money that we made for this devil, man. We want him in slavery. We want him in bondage. We want him to go through the hard bondage that we went through. You know, the same shit that he done to our forefathers, we want to do to him and his kids, you know, breaking up our families, breaking up our homes, you know, giving these abominable foods or things, you know, giving us, you know, abominable foods to eat and contaminating our water, you know, giving smallpox blankets to the native tribes, man. All these things this devil done done, man. We're gonna come give it back to him twice fold, but we're gonna do it up under our law, statutes, and commandments. We're not gonna break the law, statutes, and commandments, but we're gonna do it righteously. But it's gonna be a very hard bondage for these devils, man, because he gave us no break, man. He didn't let up at all. Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua have spoken it. So 2/3 of our people are going to go up in flames, especially in Babylon the Great. In Babylon the Great, we're talking about America. But the whole world is not going to be destroyed. But mainly here, this place is going to be used as an example, same way as it was in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. And the wicked of our people, along with these Edomites, are going to be destroyed, man. And all these other heathen nations that's over here. So all the ones coming across the border, you know, all these other nations, Moab, the Chinese, the Africans, and the Arabs, that's coming over here, they're coming over here for their destruction, man. And those are the northern tribes coming over, either coming over here to be saved or they're coming over here to be destroyed. And all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you know, that we at the end of this thing, man, and that we're able to endure. Lord will, man, you know, because we want to see Esau get his justice, man. We want to see that recompense, man. We don't want to die during this time. We want to be able to see the whole transition, man. Transition of power, man. That great parade that's going to be with those chariots in the skies, man, and things flying over, and it's just going to be a beautiful changeover, man. We want to be like going to see that Christmas parade, you know, as a kid. We know it's wicked as hell now, though. But it's beautiful just to be out there and to see everything marching and people marching and the bands playing all that. That's how it's going to be when we come change power, man. When our Lord Savior, Yahweh, and his son, Yahushua, come in and King David come into rulership. And it's going to be a perpetual rulership, an everlasting rulership. We're going to receive those new bodies, man. These infirmities and things that we're going through that's breaking down our bodies and shit, you know, that's going to be done away with, man. We're going to not feel any more pain. We're not going to age and go through these ailments and things that we're dealing with. You know, we're not going to have any more broken families and shit. So, you know, Lord will, man, this lesson was edifying, brother Malakama. And with that, I say shalom.